been to America to be honorary Americans for us tonight. Okay, and by that I don't mean look for a particularly weak country with oil and knock fuck out of it with the British by your side. What I want you to do is just whoop and cheer like the Americans do on Springer. So just a little quick practice of whooping and cheering for all the Americans now. Fantastic, and all that's the atmosphere. Okay, Vincent, are we ready to get the clap and go bring on the first act? Let's go with the hands. Yes. Let's get it down. Let me hear some Americans whooping and cheering.
Welcome, nice to be here in Edinburgh. I'm from London. Hello. Oh, 2 people. I'm obviously not a kind of cocky, I'll catch you, fucking muppet kind of I'm more of a kind of North London, good lord, the parking's fucking frightful kind of London. I lived in Liverpool there, like ours over there, where you can always find parking. Just your car, you can't fucking find, isn't it? I've sworn I parked here, officer, rather than the window of Dixon. There's prejudice about Liverpool, I'm sure it extends to your world. I'll be honest, very friendly place, the only place I've ever lived where I've known my neighbours, because they fucking burgled me. But when I said come round, I meant when I was in. That's how well my career was going at that point. Right? I had the burglars on one side, on the other side, this is a true story, I had a prostitute. Right? Now, I can tell she was a prostitute by the fact that she wanked me off for £4. Nice to see you again. I'm lying, come on. £2. Give my watch. Point is, Edinburgh, doesn't matter where you're from, right? London, Edinburgh, Liverpool, I had a gig the other day, made my British heart sing. I was doing a gig in Sheffield now. I was going up with an American comedian, all out. He was moaning about British audiences, saying a bit frosty, a bit hostile. I said, really? You're in Edinburgh, I said. I said, really frosty, really hostile. So in America you walk into people like, all right, buddy, all right. There's the guy on the stage to entertain us. Yeah! I go down, look at it, stuff like that. Whereas UK, you walk in and people are like, oh, God. Some Yankee twat. Now, I knew what he meant, and I wasn't giving him this, not to an American I was comparing. I introduced him on, he walks on, and went, all right, UK, something from the back, beautiful. Fuck up, you bald Yankee bastards! My heart sang, ladies and gentlemen. To be fair, that mosque is a tough gig. Never do a gig where the audience are predominantly facing the carpet, ladies and gentlemen. So, we'll be here. We'll be a bit swearing in my act. Are you all right with that, madam? Yes. Oh, yes. I'll come out for a bit of swearing. Bring it on. And it's the thing is, I like swearing. Right? Contrary to popular belief, I do think it's big and clever. So many people come and go, well, a good comedian doesn't need to swear. Fuck off then. Boring swearing. Can't piss off wanker. Boring swearing. Right? Be gone. Splash. Right. As I was going to say, quite do it because I'm taking the opportunity to swear in pretty much the only job you can swear in, and I know this because I used to teach. Pretty difficult to swear at kids these days, right? You know what I'm talking about? Very difficult to go from Jones to Jones at your own time. You're basically Jones! Shut the fuck up! Particularly at a parents' evening. So, what you do in this situation is you employ the euphemism. Like, you say one thing, mean another. A couple of reasons for this gentleman. One, stops you being murdered by some Neanderthal. Doesn't like what you said about his child. And secondly, you've got to be positive. So you written reports, you'd say something like, your son finds it difficult to concentrate. This translates as, he is a fucking idiot. Our relationship is a challenge. He is the end of a bell. Your daughter's a lovely girl. I would. She's ever so enthusiastic. I have. There we are. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Are you drinking tonight? Cheers. Happy Halloween. Four of you. Are you drinking tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Do we like a drink? Right, #1 binge drinkers in Europe. Does that make you proud? Just get that drug taking up a bit. We'll be cooking on gas. However, it isn't true, apparently. The Germans drink more than us, presumably to forget. The French drink more than us, the Swedish definitely drink more than us. They just pretend that they don't. Ugly pussies. We happy to embrace our alcoholism. For instance, you walk out of here at the end of the evening, you see a dude walking down the street with a traffic cone on his head. You don't think to yourself, what the fuck is that buffoon doing? And you good British people think to yourself, there's a man having a good night out. Go about your business, sir. Safe trip home. Right, Sweden, the only other place I've ever been where they drink as much as us, but they pretend they don't. So it's brought home to me. I tried to get into a nightclub in Stockholm, right? The security guard took one look at me and went, how many drinks have you had? Fucking loads. What are you talking about? He thought I was taking the piss. He went, are you drunk? Yes. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Why the fuck else are you here? You wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and think, whew, I fancy a samba. Piss, no? No? You'll never be asked that here. But dude, you can be carried into a club unconscious by your friends. The only thing security would say is, then they'll be wearing trainers. Nice place, Sweden. Have you been in Sweden? Very, very, very white. I had a gig there. It was the whitest gig. It was the second whitest gig. In fairness, to Stockholm at least, there is a black community there, and I know this because I met him. Because you tend to think, you in the cities in the UK, you think it's a multicultural world, don't you? UK being multicultural, groovy world, Black President of America, it's amazing. Is it amazing? It's America, right? It's going to be amazing, Black President of China. That'll be fucking amazing. Nice afro, Chairman. That'll be fucking amazing. Well, I'm not knocking the fact that there's a Black President of America. This is a real progression for them, right? It's trying to get rid of prejudice, which we all have. I don't like to admit this. I was in London on the tube the other day. Asian guy walks on, big black rucksack, big black beard, big black book. I don't like to admit this, but I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? I need to kill us all. I was, of course, wrong. Do you know what that big black book was? Jackie Collins' novel. Oh, I should have killed him. Because we've all got prejudice, and I realised well, we're not born with prejudice. Well, I have a 4-year-old daughter, and I realised through her that you're not born with prejudice, you acquire prejudice through your parents, your schooling, your peers, etc. My daughter, 4 years old, not been poisoned by prejudice, sees it, says that she sees it. And we're all, I'll illustrate this, we're on the tube again, playing I Spy. Now this was a fucking error. Particularly when I waded in with I Spy, with my little eye, something coloured black. My daughter, 4 years old, not been poisoned by prejudice, so she just chose, is it him? It wasn't. Start with an easy one. Now, you're not born with prejudice, you're born with dreams, aren't you? You're born with dreams. People say to when you're young, follow your dreams. How old are you, man? I ask? You look young. 20, beautiful age, right? Your whole life ahead of you. Follow your dreams. That's what you hear when you're your age. When you get a bit older, however, such as yourself, sir, single you out. More senior than 20, obviously, like myself, right? You don't really follow your dreams. It doesn't mean follow your dreams, do they? They mean get a fucking job.
Oh, you
Get a job, man.
Yeah.
Dreams are like children. If you follow them too long, people get very suspicious.
I've got some.
Well, I'm trying to be a good parent. Well, who's parent here by way of cheer? It's important to be a good parent, right? It's difficult, right? Difficult being a modern father. I'm not saying it's not difficult being a modern mum, but we fathers got no role models. We're not masters of the house, nor are we mums. It's painfully obvious. I work nights, obviously, take my daughter to a playground. I'm met with a sea of female faces just glaring at me like a fucking Morris danced into a reggae club. You'd be happy with this role reversal. Oh, you fuck! Or you ignore me. Difficult being a modern father. The other day I was in the bath. My daughter walks in, points between my legs and said, Daddy, what's that? Fuck me. This is a bad situation for a man to be in. Because you know, whatever it is you say, she's going to go straight back to her school, tell all her friends, she's going to tell all her teachers, all the female, going to tell all their parents, everybody's going to know exactly what it was.